Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. Today in this tutorial, we are going to build up a menu like this bar. This is a horizontal menu bar on the top of the page. Stay tuned. Now building up a horizontal menu bar requires these following steps right over here like this. Step 1, we need to create the HTML list items. The next step is to customize that HTML list items in CSS. So this is what we are going to do next. If we head back to our text editor, we can see that so far this is the project, and here we will be adding our menu list items somewhere here, like this is the body part, and on top of everything we will be adding our menu bar right over here on top of the page. All we know that HTML list item, it practically uses two kinds of list items such as the UL and the OL. So we will be using this UL tag right over here. This is the UL tag, which means this is an unordered list item. We are about to create an unordered list item first with an exact link into it. There it goes, and within this we are putting something like this home, and here inside we will be using this hashtag. So this is the first thing. In the next case, we will be copying it, we will be pasting it for a couple of times. There it goes. Let's change these texts here. So we have created this HTML list item into our project right above the existing elements into our site, and press Ctrl S. Let's head back to our project and reload, and we can see that this is practically the list item that we have created into our project, and it is on top of the page. So this is the HTML part that we need to take care. In addition to it, all we need to do, we need to create this list item inside a definite div with a class name of, for say, menu holder. Just copy this thing from here, paste it right over there, and we will be indenting this list item a little bit inside this div class menu folder. So we have practically created an HTML unordered list inside a specific div which is using a class of menu holder. Now all we need to do, we need to copy this thing, and so this is the outlook so far. Now we need to customize them in an order to gain such display right over here. So that is why let's head back to this style.css, and here we will be creating this menu holder class. We will be putting a 100% width. No need to provide any height for the time being. We will be using a padding of 1 rem to understand whether it is working or not. And a better way to understand it, we will be using a display background color right over here. There it goes. We had used a padding property, so we need to specify this box sizing property, which is border box. So right now this is it. Press Ctrl S, head back to our project and reload, and we can see that this will be the obvious result. We have created this menu holder div class here, inside which we have our own HTML list item. Now we need to customize, we need to take care of this unordered list and all the list items inside those we had created. So in the second case, all we are going to do, first of all, copy this menu holder and put it here. We are now customizing this unordered list that we had created into our index.html. So head back to style.css, and here we will be specifying that the list style would be none. All this syntax is going to do, it is supposed to remove this bulleted list styles right over here. So if we now reload, we can see that the bulleted list styles are practically gone. In the next case, let's head back to our project, and now we need to customize each and every list elements those are present inside this unordered list. Head back, paste. Now we are customizing this list tag right over here, and on the other hand, you might have observed so far that we are using this general descendant tag as a whole. We are not practically using any other kind of selectors. All we are doing, we are making usage of this general descendant type selector right over here. And here all we are going to do, we will be making usage of this individual float left condition. Now if we head back to our project and reload, we can see that we are practically able to float all those list items into a definite horizontal manner, but they are right now being disoriented. They are practically being jumbled into a single place, so we need to put some additional customization. In the next case, all we are going to do, we need to customize all those anchor tags, all those href links, those we had used inside our list elements. So with it will be auto. Let's set it to auto. Display, first of all, we will be putting this display to block. Next, we will be putting some additional margin here. Let's use this margin property right over here. So we are putting 0 and or say 1 rem from both the ends. And the text decoration, it will be none. So we won't be using any underline or overline or strike through or this kind of properties as a text decoration of our list elements. Let's head back to our project and reload, and we can see that this will be the result so far. And another thing we can see here, that all those text elements, those are practically at the bottom of this individual div class menu holder. The text is practically shifting towards the extreme right. So all we need to do first, we need to check on it, and this thing is happening because all these existing elements, as we had used a float left condition into our menu holder UL list selector, so that is why all these menu items, those are practically floating in either way. So we need to stop this floating of these existing menu list items. Let's head back to our project, and here we need to create a class which will be known as clearFix, and we will be using these following properties here. Clear, there it goes, and at the end of this list items we will be using this div class of clearFix. Now if we press Ctrl S, head back to our project and reload, now we can see that everything is brought back into its proper alignment. The text at the bottom, they are practically being initiated from the position from where it is supposed to initiate, and the menu holder list items, list elements, all of them are having a proper alignment into the div class menu holder. So far we have successfully created a horizontal menu into our project. Let's head back to our style.css, and inside this UL list item, all we are now putting, we will be using this border right condition, which is 1 page solid, and we will be using this color here. So if we press Ctrl S, this syntax is practically supposed to leave a border right into the list elements those we have created inside our project. So all of these list items, those should be having a border right. So let's head back to our project and reload, and we can see that this will be the obvious result. Every single list elements, those are practically having a border right condition.